Well, greetings everybody, and welcome to another great edition of Merrimack Rotary Club TV. We have a fantastic show for you today, all about a premier event that happens in Merrimack every year, thanks to the good work of the Merrimack Rotary Club and the Town of Merrimack. And that event is the Independence Day Celebration 2018, celebrating July 4th. We're at it again. We have a fantastic show. I'm Maureen Mooney, the host of the show, a Rotarian in town, also a former state representative. And with me are Neil, Matt, and Ed, who have a lot to say about the great celebration that Merrimack hosts each and every year to celebrate the founding of our country. So let's start with introductions. Welcome, gentlemen. We'll start with Neil.
Hi, Maureen. I'm Neil Anketell, and I'm with the Merrimack Rotary, and I help coordinate the event for the town.
And I'm Matt Casparius. I'm Director of Parks and Recreation for the Town of Merrimack.
Yes, and I'm Ed Hilston. I'm the current president of the Rotary Club.
Well, welcome all. I know how eager everybody is to talk about all these topics. In fact, talking about the Independence Day celebration almost is going to be longer than the taping of the show, so we have a lot to get in. But if we miss anything, if there's something you didn't catch or you want to hear it again, please go to the website that is specifically about the Independence Day celebration. That's www.merrimack4th.com. So again, www.merrimack4th.com. So let's start with Neil. Neil, as the event coordinator now for 2 years in a row, give us just the overview of what the Independence Day celebration consists of here in the town of Merrimack.
Well, it's an event in the center of town where residents can go and enjoy a day of festivities. We have various food vendors, entertainment. We have local departments, the police department and the fire department, that come down and do some demonstrations. Pretty much just a nice way to celebrate the 4th of July.
Excellent, absolutely. It actually takes place on the 4th of July.
It does, down at in the corner of Boosick Lake Road and O'Gara Drive.
Perfect. Now, Matt's with us today, a new guest from last year. So, Matt, tell us, what is the role of the Town of Merrimack and also the school district in the annual Independence Day celebration?
Okay, so the town plays a couple of different roles, working in partnership with the Rotary Club. We start out on July 3rd, actually, with our Independence Day concert with the Merrimack Concert Association at Abbey Griffin Park. Usually a well-attended event. Usually 300-400 people will show up that night for that annual holiday concert. And then, leading into the 4th, we obviously work with Rotary and the other community organizations to coordinate the events of the day. But on our side in particular, we coordinate the annual holiday parade as well as the fireworks display.
Wow, two big ones that make a big part of today, of the day, July 4th. You may see these posters all around town outlining exactly what the day consists of. And as Matt mentioned, there's a concert on July 3rd, the night before, at Abbey Griffin Park. But then the festivities on July 4th start very bright and very early with the Merrimack Rotary Club's Pancake Breakfast. So, Ed, would you like to tell us where the Pancake Breakfast will be held this year and just some logistics about that? I know it's a favorite of everyone in town. Everybody looks forward to that.
Sure, Maureen. We're back at the high school again this year at the high school cafeteria.
Okay.
We start bright and early at 8 o'clock and we go to 11. We'll be serving pancakes, of course, at the Pancake Breakfast, but we're going to have eggs this year, sausage, coffee, and juice as well. The cost is $5 for adults and $4 for kids and seniors. We'll also have some coloring for the kids, etc. So it will be a fun day, so hopefully everyone will come down and enjoy a nice breakfast.
That's great. That leads to the question of volunteers. Naturally, to run the Pancake Breakfast, to run the afternoon activities of Independence Day, volunteers are needed. Could you give our viewers just an overview of what a volunteer would do, how they could sign up, and what it would be like to get involved?
Yeah, I can take that one. The best thing I can do is direct you to the website, merrimack4th.com. We have all the information in applications, if you will, that you can fill out if you are interested in being a volunteer. I'd say between the pancake breakfast and the Independence Day celebration, we utilize about 200 volunteers.
Wow.
For the setup, the day of the event, and the takedown. And that doesn't even include the people from the community that come together in all the different departments to really make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that something? It's interesting when the newspapers want to interview you in particular because you're so instrumental in the events of the Independence Day celebration. One of the first questions they always ask is, how many people attend? How many people go? What is the answer to that question? Do you know how many attended last year?
It was estimated last year, and I'm not sure how they get these estimations, but it was estimated by the police department that there were between 4,000 and 5,000 attendees.
Wow.
That passed throughout the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't
so
that
it's quite a turnout.
I'll say. Yeah. Is there a rain date?
There is not.
No, okay.
Unfortunately, it's really hard, really difficult to get the vendors to commit to more than one day or a rain day.
Yeah.
They really sign up for that day, and unfortunately, rain or shine, it'll still be a good time though. So
that sounds good.
Yeah.
Speaking of vendors, that's a big part of the day, along with bouncy houses. Do you want to tell our audience who is lined up to be a vendor this year, and if anybody's interested in being a vendor, what they would need to do?
Yeah. So this year we do have quite a few vendors. We have a certain amount of verbal commitments right now, but they all kind of trickle in at kind of last minute. But we're expecting about 45 different vendors.
Oh, wow.
Some food vendors such as GKK. We'll have Brewster's Ice Cream there, Ranger Barbecue.
Yeah.
We'll also have some activities. We have a dart concession stand and potentially some more of those, amongst other merchant vendors.
Yeah.
Selling jewelry, clothes, a lot of different things. But the list is growing, and it's always growing until really, quite frankly, like the day before, almost the day before. But if you are interested in becoming a vendor or having a tent down there, you can again check out the website because it will have all the information that you need there.
Yes.
You fill out the correct applications for the permitting and whatnot, and then you can come on down.
Right. Yeah. And so the form to register as a vendor is on there. Also, all of the vendors are listed on the website too.
That's correct. Yeah. So we do have a list of our vendors as they do come in.
Yeah.
So you can get your name up on our website if you do choose to be one.
Very good.
Do we have the rock wall back this year as well?
We
Good
do.
question.
Yeah, we do have the rock wall. We do have a rock wall for anybody who's brave enough to try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it once and I got up there and then I tried again and I just couldn't do it. So.
So much goes into the planning for the Independence Day celebration year after year. How many hours would you say goes into the planning of this between the Rotary Club and the town and the volunteers? And also, when do you start planning?
Yeah, so that's a really great question because, and you really hit the nail on the head there. It takes a lot of people to do this. Not I would say individually added up, we put in thousands of hours between all the people in the town, all the people in the Rotary, and all the volunteer time. It quite literally is thousands. Myself, I probably put in a good couple hundred hours into planning on this. I did sit down and actually figure it out one time.
Amazing.
And I do put about a couple hundred hours into it in email and meeting and talking with people.
Yeah.
So it's a huge effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. One piece of it, and there are many pieces to this, but a big piece is paying for it naturally, with all of the signage and the bouncy houses and the vendors and so on and so forth, and or what needs to be done there. And a lot of that comes through with sponsors and sponsorships. So say somebody were interested in being a sponsor, what would they do to go about being a sponsor, and what do they get really in return for sponsoring the annual Independence Day celebration?
Yeah, great question, Maureen. Sponsorship happens through mostly local businesses here in town. And you can go to the merrimack4th.com site and find out more about sponsorship. There's all different levels. A number of things that you get is, of course, visibility on the website.
Yes.
Signage throughout the town, signage at the event itself as well. And you get a spot on the placemat at the pancake breakfast.
Yeah. And there are different levels of sponsorship.
Yeah, there are. There's quite a few different ones. You can check at the website and see the ones that fit your business's needs.
Yeah, that's great.
They start at $25 and they go up.
Oh, okay.
And with the higher level sponsorships, we do offer admission to some of the activities during the event. We also offer tickets to the pancake breakfast.
Nice.
You know,
complimentary
so
for sponsor.
complimentary, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, and you'll get certain amounts depending on the level of sponsorship.
Yeah, it's amazing how many sponsors continuously, year after year, continue to sponsor. So obviously there's some great satisfaction in helping out something local to the community that really brings the community together with so many fun things.
Yeah.
Speaking of fun things, we can't forget, of course, entertainment and the lineup and what is on the grand stage and everything. So Ed, what is going on with that this year?
Yeah, we have quite a bit of entertainment this year, fortunately.
Good.
We have, at the beginning of the day, right after the parade, we're going to have the Blues Brothers the Next Generation. They're going to be putting on a small show for us. They'll also be in the parade itself, so you'll be able to see. They'll have high visibility throughout the day.
Yeah.
Then we'll have Mariah Delange. She's going to be singing, and she'll have a band backing her up. We'll have a fire demo, so the fire trucks come over and they show how they do some rescues.
Oh,
We'll have Pistol Pete and the Smoking Guns. They're a blues band.
wow.
We're also going to have our police dog demonstration. Dallas will be there and entertaining the crowd and describing what Dallas does for our local police department.
Great.
Our closing band, or headlining band, is Studio 2. They're a Beatles covers band.
Oh, yes.
So they'll be back with us again this year. We also have Stephanie Beach as a magician that comes over and entertains the kids on one of our smaller stages. And then we have Darren Roy's DJ party over at the high school.
Yeah.
That's later in the evening. And he's going to have a cornhole tournament as well as some entertainment there.
Oh, that's great.
So we got a pre-packed day.
I'll say, and there's a schedule on the website as to when each of these are going to
There will be, and hopefully we'll stick to that schedule.
That's the big challenge of Independence Day celebration, that's for sure. It's so much to do there. It's hard to even cover it all in the amount time allotted for us.
Right.
But another big thing is contests. What kind of contests are there this year, Neil? And say somebody would want to get involved in a contest, what would they do? And is it too early to get involved?
No, it's not too early. We're always looking for people to participate in them.
Nice.
It seems to be growing each year, so that was really nice to see the turnout for last year.
Yeah.
But what you want to do is, again, I keep referring you to the website, but that really is the greatest resource for any information that you need.
Right.
And we do have a drop-down box where you can get the application to submit your artwork.
Okay.
We ask that you don't put anything larger than a 24 by 30.
Yep.
And so that way everybody has room on the space that we provide. But you want to get your art in on the day of, on July 4th by 1 o'clock.
Okay.
To be
Good to
be
know.
submitted to the contest if you want it to be in there. And we do have prizes, first place prizes for people who win in the photography. Actually, let me back up. There's a photography and an artwork contest.
Okay.
So throughout the day, people will vote on their favorite.
Yes.
And then we determine at 7 o'clock who the winner is, and you walk away with a nice prize.
Oh, that's great.
And we also work with the public library to display the artwork over there for a short time, so that people have an opportunity, if they're not around,
Yeah.
to a place where they can go and pick it up. So if you do want to join that, you can go to the website, get the information.
Yes.
You can reach out to Sharon Hickey, who is leading the efforts for that this year, and she did a great job last year.
Nice.
Along with the contest, we also are offering some arts and crafts for the kids.
Yep.
So they can come down and they can do a watercolor or we're not sure what the project will be this year, but last year they had a lot of fun. I think we went through all the projects.
Yeah.
So it must have been a good turnout. Yeah.
Boy, that's great. Everyone looks forward to that year after year.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Speaking of contests and the like, can you tell our viewers about the Fire Engine Ride Contest?
Yeah.
Not many people know about it, even though it takes place year after year. But I tell you, when the winner is drawn, he or she is very excited.
Yeah, no, it is very exciting. It's a great opportunity to win a ride on the fire truck during the parade. So it is a pretty awesome thing. What you need to do is you purchase a raffle ticket. They're $2 a piece.
Yeah.
You can find the link on the website, merrimack4th.com. We're pushing that website. But if you go there, you can make a purchase for a raffle ticket. And then I believe it's the day before, or it was 2 days before last year, I believe.
Yep, I think that's right.
Yeah, they will pick a winner and let you know, and then you go ahead and meet up with them, and you get a ride on the fire truck for the parade. Now they do say that if in the case of an emergency, you have to get off and walk, but
Right.
but because there's no ride-alongs for the emergencies in
That's
town.
the condition, yes. Understandably so.
Yeah.
And incidentally, certainly we want to thank our fire department for all of their help and cooperation, not only with the contest, the raffle, but also with all their help in terms of planning the field and the like.
Yep.
Also the Merrimack Police Department for all of their help with traffic.
Yep.
Scott Mortimer, who does our website, merrimack4th.com. That's to Scott's credit. He keeps it up to date and fresh and does such a good job.
Yep.
So switching to the town side, what's in the lineup for the parade? Now remember, Independence Day celebration consists of the Merrimack Rotary doing their pancake breakfast and their afternoon Independence Day celebration, but the town plays its part, very important, with the parade and the fireworks. So who do we have so far for the parade?
All right, so the parade is actually one of the larger parades in the state of New Hampshire. Usually we're somewhere between 70 and 80 groups, although it is an election year, so we expect a higher than average turnout.
Wow.
Right now we've got about 25 different groups in the parade. All of our kind of typical, the marching bands, so we've got the Spartans Drum and Bugle Corps, we've got the New Hampshire State Police Pipe and Drum Band, we've got the Ancient Order of Hibernians, we've also got our clowns back again this year, so the Bekdesh Shrine Clown Unit,
Nice.
and the Bekdesh High Roller Unit, which is the miniature monster trucks.
Yeah, that was a cool.
That's cool.
And so we're still plugging away, but at this point we are accepting applications for groups to be in the parade. So being in the parade can be as something as decorating a bike, an antique car, get a community, a neighborhood, put a float together, just to kind of come out and show your patriotism. There is no cost to participate in the parade. It's just a kind of fun activity. Like I said, it is great to be part of one of the larger parades in the state. And those websites are on our site, which you can get on the town website, but you can also get to it from the merrimack4th.com.
The form to enter the parade is on the town site.
It's
Okay.
on the town site.
But there's a link on the Merrimack 4th.
Correct.
Yeah, very nice. So you do such a good job. And the parade lasts about an hour or so.
Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty.
about an hour, yep.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It starts at 1 o'clock, is that right?
That is correct. Starts at 1 o'clock at the Common Shopping Plaza, so in front of Tractor Supply.
Okay.
It comes down Daniel Webster Highway to Babusick Lake Road, and then it turns left on O'Gara Drive, and it officially ends at the high school.
Right.
So it does take about an hour and a half to get from the time the first group starts to the time the last group crosses the finish line, as it were.
Well, that's the perfect route for the Merrimack Rotary Independence Day celebration because
Yeah.
it ends pretty much right there, and thus starts the entertainment with opening ceremonies, the contests, the vendors, and you get to see all the sponsors who we thank so dearly for supporting us. Let's stick with the town side of things. What about the fireworks, and where are they, and when do they begin?
Sure. The fireworks begin at approximately 9 o'clock.
Okay.
They are shot off on the football field from behind Merrimack High School. So obviously getting as close to the high school is going to give you your best view. We have Atlas Pyrotechnics again performing our show. They've done it for a number of years now. I'm not sure exactly how many, but they've done it for a number of years.
Wow.
And they always put on a nice show for us.
So do you have any hints as to what the best viewing location is for the fireworks? Because I know there's a lot of talk about that, so maybe you have the answer.
There's a couple of spots that I can think of. One is obviously right in front of the high school, in the parking
Yeah.
areas, near where
Right.
DJ Darren Roy is set up. Gives you a great spot. You unfortunately can't get behind the high school just because there is a safety perimeter that we have to follow
Yeah.
for the fireworks. But one of the other interesting ones I've seen is actually up at Merrimack Premium Outlets.
Oh, is that right?
From up there, you kind of lose the booms and the bangs,
Yeah.
but you can actually watch about 8 different towns' fireworks all at the same time, which is kind of interesting because you're above it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so that's a different spot sometimes to just different perspective.
That's great. Well, you heard it first on this show where the best spots are. So that's pretty good that we can debut that on this show. That's fantastic. Interestingly enough, the Merrimack Independence Day celebration is a huge fundraiser for the Merrimack Rotary Club. In fact, it's largest fundraiser of the year. So Ed, maybe you could tell us just a bit as to where those funds go and what the Merrimack Rotary does.
Sure, Maureen. We're very proud as a club that all the fundraising efforts that we do in town, everything goes back right into the community.
Right.
So we have probably our biggest disbursement is for high school scholarships
Yes.
for the high school students. That's probably the biggest things. We do coat drives. We do food bank, participating in donations to the food banks, Meals on Wheels. There's needs throughout the town that we're called upon. We get requests from organizations that have to do in the town, and we'll hopefully just help them any way we can.
Yeah.
Can you think of any other organization?
Yeah, we well, you really said it. I mean, we also help fund things that happen in the town.
Yes.
We helped with the dog park. We helped
Right.
with Dallas, the police dog.
Right.
We helped with the wood park downtown here.
Yep.
And
And we helped with Wasserman Park.
yeah, Wasserman Park.
And hopefully people have seen the steps at
Happy Griffin.
Happy
Abby
Griffin.
That's right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And the
So-
gazebo down
The gazebo
at
at
Watson.
Watson,
Yeah.
right.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
So a lot of the funds that we do raise, a lot of them are from residents of the town.
Sure.
Just for the 4th of July alone, we do hit a lot of the businesses, and there are a lot of individuals in the town that help sponsor that. But we also have other fundraisers, the Turkey Trot.
Yes.
We do that on Thanksgiving,
Yep.
the road race. We also we sell Christmas trees, and that's a really big one too. We generate a lot of funds that way, and like you said, this all goes right back into the community. Or there are some international, things that we do too. But
Yes.
but yeah, it certainly is community driven and it's community based.
Very much so. And Merrimack is so lucky to have its own Rotary Club that cares so much about the community and these fine individuals who put so much time and manpower into the community. So thank you to the Merrimack Rotary Club and to all of you for all you do to make the Independence Day celebration possible. So believe it or not, we're almost out of time. That's how fast. It's amazing. The studio is like a time warp. You come in and the next thing you know, we're almost done. But do any of you have any closing remarks and or would like to mention what is your favorite part of Independence Day celebration? Neil?
Yeah. Well, first, I'd just like to thank everybody in the community that comes together. It's really been an honor to be in this position where I can work with the people of the Rotary, people in the community, the residents, and all the people in the different departments. To see the effort that comes together to make it happen really is amazing.
Yes.
It really is a great town to live in, and I'm really honored to be a part of it. My favorite part, I have a couple. One is the parade. I get a chance. That's when I probably slow down for a little bit, is to stop and watch the parade go by.
Okay.
So I do enjoy that.
Good.
I do like to see everybody enjoying themselves, but really at the end of the night, when the fireworks start, and I
Yeah.
can sit down and just sit there with my family and watch the fireworks, that's probably my favorite part.
Nice. Very nice. It's such a family-oriented event. It's nice you get to spend time with your family, and they help out tremendously, I know.
They do, yeah.
Yeah. Matt?
Probably, well, yeah. I mean, it's putting that parade together. It's certainly nice when it ends, but it's great watching 6 or 8 months worth of planning and coordination kind of all to come together and because usually we've gotten it kind of down to a science at this point. It's like once they're in line, it's just 1 o'clock hits and off we go, and it runs really smoothly every year. I mean, this will be my 5th year now running it here in Merrimack, and kind of like you, for me it's about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I get that chance to finally sit down for the day and go, oh, okay, and then I get to just sit back and enjoy. And usually I bring my family out, and we'll come down to the Independence celebration, the fun day, and spend some time with the kids, and get to relax for kind of the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Perfect. Again, so family oriented.
Yep.
Ed?
I think for me, it's seeing all the volunteers and how the different portions of the town work together. Like, we get so much help from the police department, the fire department, DPW, the library, the parks department. Everyone comes together, and some of the volunteers that we see every year, it's the same faces that we see every year come in. They obviously want to give back to the community just like we do.
Absolutely true. Well, thank you all so very much. This has been great, very informative. Again, all this information and even more is on the website specifically for Independence Day Celebration 2018, and that's www.merrimack4th.com. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful Independence Day, and we'll see you on July 4th, 2018. Bye now.